everybody, this is your boy Kenneth reporting from the KTookes spot, giving you all a brand new video, and it's on the returning episodes of the season 9 premiere of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Now, a lot of you guys have been keeping up. Those who do watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians have been knowing what's been going on with the Kardashian/Jenner family. Now, I know a lot of you guys, Kris Jenner, Bruce Jenner, Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, Robert Kardashian, and Kendall and Kylie Jenner, because they're all family. And Brody and Brandon Jenner. Just the whole family, what everybody's been going through. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been keeping up and knowing what's been going on, with Kris and Bruce Jenner, separating, but they still love each other, but no divorce from what I know of at the moment. But we'll see a lot of that dynamic going on. Then, also showing when Kanye West, who's currently right now, he's married to Kim Kardashian, but, at the time when he was proposing to Kim, we saw episodes of like that, but the episode that came on yesterday, I should say on Sunday, it was catching us up on what's been going on, with, with Kourtney and Scott. With Scott, we all know he lost his mom at the time, but then 2 months later he lost his father. So Scott Disick, if you're watching this, man, my heart goes out to you. I don't want to go too deep into that because I know it's a very emotional thing to really talk about, but my heart goes out to you dearly on that because that's really hard, losing both parents, back to back like that. So my heart goes out to you, man. So just letting you know that. And also, it was very interesting to see different things going on, with Kim. Kim and her mom, Kris Jenner, they went to with one of Kim's best friends, Larsa Pippen, who's married to one of my favorite all-time basketball players, Scottie Pippen. They went out for pole dancing classes. I thought that was cool. I know Kim was was a little embarrassed by her mom because she's like, she felt a little awkward because she's like, Mom. But it was interesting seeing Kris doing her thing. I was like, all right, Kris. So you doing your thing. I was like, Miss Kris doing her thing. I'm like, okay. For somebody that's in their late 50s and still looks fabulous, you doing your thing. So Kris Jenner, if you're watching this, I've always been a fan of yours. Even though I know people you may be misunderstood by people, but I think you're cool. So I'm just letting you know straight up. But there was also a lot of different stuff going on. With Khloe going through her going through the divorce situations and, living arrangements, with selling the house. So I know a lot of that was very emotional for her. And then, you dealt with, Kris was just did a photo shoot also just to make herself feel good, because she's embracing her sexuality more and, just feeling more confident in herself. And I have to applaud anybody, no matter what age you are, as long as you're confident in yourself and and you don't care what people think, and you just being yourself, and you just doing it to uplift yourself. Hey, more power to anybody. But it was a lot, and it was also interesting to see Kourtney actually showing a different side of her. Dealing with a healing practitioner. Dealing with her emotions. How she's feeling. Since Scott lost his parents. I was like, wow. But this season, I think it's gonna be really interesting to see because I know there's a lot they went through. They went through so many different dynamics of what each person's going through, but I think, and it was also good to see Bruce Jenner, they're showing him when he was helping, when Kim brought everybody, her mom, brought her mom, and, Bruce with her, to help Khloe pack, because I know Khloe still was, at the time, when they were filming this, she was going through, just selling the house and, just those emotions, because I know because at the time she still wasn't divorced from Lamar, so I know she's still going through a lot and everything. So it's just, I really had to applaud them, even though I know a lot of times I may have hated it. I will admit, there's sometimes I kind of hate it because of the way the media portrayed, the Kardashian Jenner family, because they made it seem like they were just trying to show off, but when you really watch the episodes, you really understand them more. And I've always understood them, but, just now you understood what's everything going on. Because you know how a lot of times the media blow things out of proportion. But when you watch it, you're like, okay, I really felt for them. Like, especially for everybody going through different stuff and just being brave enough to even put it on camera. Because, it's the big, brave thing to even put it out there. So, shout out to the whole Jenner, Kardashian family, everybody. Hopefully, and, through the season goes out, you're going to see Kim's wedding. What she was going through. you know, different stuff with what Chris and Bruce are going through, just the whole family, you know, with Brody, you know, the relationship with Brody and Chris, you know, just the whole dynamics of all that. It's going to be there's going to be a lot more drama going on for season 9, so you guys keep an eye out for it. So Keeping Up with the Kardashians, it does come on E. From what I'm hearing, I think it's 8 or 9 o'clock p.m. on the E network. So I could be wrong. I think it's 8 or 9. So hopefully you guys don't judge me on the time. But you just keeping up with the Kardashians on whatever you know, your local listings. So you guys, because I know it's different times for everybody, but just keep up with them. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show. And if you want to keep up with yours truly, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at KTookes to show that you're watching the KTookes spot on Twitter. And, you know, comment. Let me know what you guys thought about the return of the new episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians season, since it's the 9th season. Did you really feel for what was going on, you know, in the episodes? You know, just be honest with me. I know a lot of you guys may hate on them, but if you really watched the episodes, let me know honestly what you thought about it, because it's just interesting to see. Because shout out to Bruce Jenner, Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian, West, I should say, Khloe Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, Scott Disick, you know, Kendall and Kylie Jenner, just everybody, the whole family. Because I know a lot of you guys are going through different situations. And it was also shout out to Black China being on there also on the episode where they did on this episode with the pole dancing. And like I said, Larsa Pippen, who's Scottie Pippen's wife. So shout out to everybody that made an appearance on that episode. And just shout out to anybody that's a fan of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Hopefully I made you guys proud with this review. So make sure you like this video, you share this video, and make sure you push the subscribe button if you guys like this video, any other video I've ever done for the KTookes Spot YouTube channel. And, you know, just hopefully you guys have been inspired or just even felt, you know, the energy of what I'm trying to put out there, because I know it's really hard to put out something that, you know, you want to make sure you you give your all, and I just feel like I gave you my all. So hopefully you guys are embracing and like it. But this is your boy Kenneth, signing off from the KTookes Spot, and shout out to everybody who actually shows me love at all times, because I don't take it for granted, and I love you guys dearly. So, bye guys.